Hey guys, Rodney Walker here, Grant Center USA, and we're continuing our discussion on So You Want to Start a Nonprofit. You know, we've been looking at the fact that there are a lot of people who are interested in starting nonprofits, and if you got a chance to check out my last video, I share with you my 2 cents, and my 2 cents was a little bit that I didn't think that everybody who wanted to start a nonprofit should probably start a nonprofit, and the reason being is because a lot of people who are thinking about starting nonprofits don't even know what a nonprofit is. In fact, let me ask you a question. If I was to ask you right now, hey, what is a nonprofit? What would you say? What would you say right now? In fact, if you're thinking about starting a nonprofit, why don't you just hit pause right now and answer that question, and then unpause it afterwards to see if what you're thinking about doing and that you say you want to do, if it's right. Now again, I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm trying to provide greater clarity so that if you're going to do this, you know what you are getting into. I want to make sure that you're not doing what I did when I first started out, which was I was operating again more on zeal and passion, but I didn't know what I was really doing. I was desiring to get the funding because I knew that nonprofits, that most of the people that were getting grants were nonprofits, and I wanted to get the funding, but I didn't know all about how a nonprofit was supposed to be structured, how it was supposed to operate. I didn't count the full cost. And so I wanted to save you some time and energy to make sure that you count the cost by knowing what the cost is, okay? So with that said, let's continue and let's talk about this thing some more. And let me provide a little bit more clarity for you so that you know exactly what a nonprofit is, okay? So let's talk about this for just a second. What is a nonprofit organization, okay? Well, here's the thing. There are some things that nonprofits have to have. A nonprofit has to, first of all, have a mission that says, hey, we are about this. This is what we are striving to do. This is our mission. And every single nonprofit that exists needs to have a mission. In fact, if you're going to file your paperwork with the government to become an official nonprofit, they're going to ask you, hey, what's your mission? What are you about? Okay? And that's why in the first video that I did earlier, I shared with you the importance of making sure that you have clarity on the who, what, the when, the where, the why, the how, because all those things are things that you're going to be asked about, especially as you get ready to complete your paperwork. You know, there is paperwork, you know. So let me, in this training video, let me just share with you a little information and a little bit more insight about exactly what a nonprofit is, okay? So I've already shared with you that a nonprofit has to have a, get it, a mission. And they have to have a mission or a mission statement. And that's typically a one sentence that talks about why your organization exists, okay? So what does this have to do with what a nonprofit is, Rodney? Well, it has a lot. Here's what it has to do in terms of being a nonprofit. The big difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit is that a nonprofit, and you might want to write this down, especially if you're thinking about doing a nonprofit, you might want to write this down. A nonprofit is an organization that exists to fulfill its mission. Okay? Hear me out. A nonprofit is an organization that exists to fulfill its given mission. That's why you have got to figure out what is it that you want to do? What are you about? And then how are you going to do all this? And develop a mission statement. So if you haven't already and you're seriously thinking about doing this, I would say, hey, go work on your mission statement, because that's going to be very, very important. So a nonprofit exists to fulfill its mission. And if you don't have one, then it's going to hinder your nonprofit organization, okay? So get a mission. In addition to that, what's the difference, Rodney, between a nonprofit and a for-profit? Good question. Here's the difference. A nonprofit exists to fulfill its mission, and a for-profit exists to make a profit. Okay? Did you get that? One is existing to fulfill a mission, and the other one is existing to make a profit. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Both of them can make a profit. Okay? Both of them can make a profit. But that doesn't mean that both of them actually exist to make a profit. The for-profit, the reason that they exist is to make money, to make a profit, okay? But a nonprofit is different in that it does not exist solely to make a profit. They have to make a profit if they want to continue to exist, to be able to put monies back into helping to do the things that need to be done, but that's not the reason for their existence, like the for-profit. So that's the main difference. Now, here's something else worth noting. The for-profit might have a mission. They may have a mission statement. They may have a mission statement or a mission that is better than what you may see with a nonprofit organization. But that doesn't matter. They don't exist for their mission the way a nonprofit organization exists to fulfill its mission. So here's what I'm saying. Both of them may have missions, mission statements, but one exists solely to fulfill its mission. And that's what happens when you file your paperwork with the government. The government wants to know, is this a for-profit or a nonprofit? That's going to be the question they're going to be asking you. And they raise those questions in some of the applications. And I'll tell you more about the process in the next training video. But they want to know really how you operating. Which of the structures are you operating? Again, as I've shared with you earlier, when you do a nonprofit, it's a business. And it's going to be important for you to not only want to do something charitable and something really good that's going to be able to help people, but it's going to be really, really, really important for you to understand how all of this works. Because if you don't know how all this works, then the possibilities of your nonprofit being successful is really going to be limited. And I don't want to see it be limited. I want to actually see you and your nonprofit. I want to see you guys do well. I want to see what you're trying to do. I want to see it happen. And that's why you want to take some time to gain some clarity. Now, I've shared in some other videos. If you haven't seen them, go back and check them out, about why it's so important that you make sure that this is something that you want to do and that you get clarity, because you could probably do possibly some of the things that you want to do without having to start a nonprofit. Okay? You could possibly do some of the things you want to do without having to start a nonprofit. I hear you though. You're like, Rodney, but I want to be able to be in control of everything. Okay, well, what would happen if you partner with the organization and you had the project and you did the project versus having to start the whole enchilada? Okay, now here's the thing. When you start the whole enchilada, that means that you're gonna have to be in charge of finances. That means you're gonna have to be in charge of marketing. That means you're gonna have to be in charge of the business structure, the business tax papers, and accounting, staffing, training. It means that you're gonna have to be in charge of the whole enchilada, okay? Remember, we don't wanna simply operate with zeal and passion. We wanna operate with skill, which means that if you're gonna do this and you don't know that, you gotta go get some training, okay? You gotta up your game so that you're really ready to do this whole thing, okay? So that's all the time that I have for this portion. In the next video, I'm gonna share with you more. If you're convinced that this is what you're supposed to do, I'm gonna share with you some insight of what I would recommend that you do if you're convinced. But if you're not convinced, hey, go look at organizations that you may be able to partner with to simply do that project that you're thinking about doing, okay? Remember, I want you to be brave, I want you to be bold, I want you to be brilliant, and never forget, take charge.